This was an ocean once. Crystal, glacier, salt, ice, water. Now it's just a barren landscape, miles of deserts, scorched earth. It would be beautiful if it weren't so. It's beautiful. They found 5 bodies in the 28 lakes, and none of them yours. Where did you go? You said desperately you wished magic were real. It is. It is real. I am a magician, an actor. My job is to literally transform. Just because you're not here doesn't mean that. No. From now on, no matter where we are, a stage, abandoned house, a basement bar, or an empty space, I'm going to create a stage and bring you back to life. I know you don't believe me. You never did. That's your problem, motherfucker. Why'd you have to be that way? Why'd you have to break it? You didn't have to break it. I should have told you it wasn't really broken. You wouldn't have believed me anyway. You thought no one could see you? Were surprised when I could read the looks on your face? You hated when I looked at you. You loved when I looked at you. Just couldn't take it. Always breaking eye contact. You desperately wanted to be seen, but couldn't take it when it happened. That's who you are. A conundrum, a walking contradiction. But you saw me too. And you want to know a secret? I was just as scared of you as you were of me. Maybe more. Remember this? Some people call it a car, a toy, a relic, but you and I know different. This trinket, it's history, our history. Every day I write a letter to you, a message in a bottle. I speak your name and wonder if you ever hear my messages or whether they're just out there floating in the universe, particles of air that will never land, never find a home. Maybe that's not the point. Maybe the point is someone else will hear them and know our story. That we were here once, that we fought, laughed, and loved, that we cried and screamed and hoped. And I was walking in Memphis. I used to love that song. It reminded me of my dad. The first time I sang it to you, you made this face. The Cher song. You wondered how I knew the Cher song. Uh, it wasn't even her. It wasn't even her singing. Who was it? It doesn't matter now. Because every time I think of that song, I think of Cher and I think of you. You transformed that idea in my brain. Magic. You told me once when I left that it felt like time stopped, that you were just drifting by. And I didn't understand how that could happen, how I could make a person feel that way. I don't think anyone None of us do. None of us realize until it's too late our worth, what we mean, our value. I'm scared to forget. I'm afraid to leave this place. I'm afraid I'll walk out into another world and you won't be there. A world that you're not a part of, one where we didn't exist. That's magic, isn't it? Dark magic. You were here once and now you're gone. Isn't that a magic trick? You were once this figure that was burned into my mind. Your eyes, your face, your voice, your laugh, the way you made me feel emblazoned on my heart. And now, forgetting. Isn't that magic? When something you love and you can't live without disappears, erased forever. That's what's been on my mind. That's what I've been scared to tell you. I'm afraid I'll forget. I'm afraid I'll turn around and nothing. I won't. I won't. I won't. The Owl, Chicago Cubs, a Harry Styles playlist, falling over drunk, falling over drunk, falling over drunk, salmon sweats, ugly slippers, her sweatpants, driving into a sandstorm. Uh, every meal. So many meals. We were people who made art. We were people who told stories. We were people who captured the universe, even if for just a brief moment. Picklebacks. Way too many picklebacks. The time that you yelled at me and told me to leave, never do that again. Long car rides, getting lost in the desert in the middle of the night and thinking we'd die. How much we wanted hot dogs and the disappointment. Everyone a catalog, everyone a love letter, everyone a reminder that we were here once. It's crazy, isn't it? No, we exist without each other. Our lives, not knowing that the other exists, and then one day a connection is made. And you don't know how you can live the rest of your life without that person. And then one day, time passes, and you turn around and you're not there. Forgotten. How did that happen? When did that happen? It doesn't seem real. You know what your problem was? You were always afraid to lose everything. You were always afraid that the things that made you happy would go away, just disappear. So you tried to capture them, hold on to them, harder and harder, so they slipped away faster, like sand, like this dirt. until all that was left was a speck. So many nights. I could see it on your face. You just couldn't enjoy the moment. You couldn't be happy. Because you were always playing the end. You were always assuming that I would leave. So nothing that I gave you was ever enough. Because like a drug, you needed more. And I only had so much, but I gave you what I could. And we spent our lives building things that weren't meant to last. But we built them together. That's what's most important. It's the part that I wish you'd remember. It happened. All of this, it happened. It happened. Tattoo. They laughed at us, I remember. We are so full of scars. But you know, a tattoo is just a scar by any other name. What's the saying? A rose. You hated Shakespeare's. Look at me. Wherever you are, look at me. We built so much together. Traveled so far. Sometimes it was hard. Mostly it was beautiful. That's what I'll remember. All the beautiful things. I'll remember. I promise.
All of your best friends are going to be in this program. All of them. Gift that keeps on giving.
Be messy and be crazy and have fun.
You really can push yourself to do amazing things in such a limited period of time.
The best art needs limitations, and the greatest limit of all time is time.
Actors, directors, writers, producers, and composers that are changing the game in theater, film, and television.
With artists that are as kooky and crazy and imaginative and as go-for-it minded as you are.
And those connections extend to collaborations I have today, and I am so grateful for that experience.
Hearing from other artists and like more established professionals was just really useful.
It's really an experience that challenges you as an actor, director, playwright, whatever you're doing, producer, and allows you to experience that thrill of art making in just the best form with some really great people.
It's about being bold. It's about challenging yourself. It's going to teach you the lessons that you'll be able to take with you through every audition and every rehearsal and every show.
Trust your instincts because they're correct, and you don't have time to second guess them anyway.
The 24-Hour Plays has provided such an amazing community for me, and I would not be the artist I am today without it.
Don't hold back. Embrace the stress and just go for it.